A student did a survey of teacher ages. Here is the cumulative frequency curve for male teachers. Here it is for female teachers. We need to find an estimate for the number of male teachers older than 50. So we'll go to 50 on the age axis, and we're going to draw a line up to our curve, like that. We're then going to draw a line across so we can read off the cumulative frequency. And I reckon that each little square is 2 here. 62, 64, 68, 66, 68, 70. This is in the middle of 66 and 68, so I reckon that that is 67. So that's telling me that there are 67 male teachers below the age of 50. Below the age of 50. So if there are 100 male teachers, that's going to mean that there is 33 male teachers above 50. Okay, next part of the question. We're told that the youngest male teacher was 21, the oldest male teacher was 25, and we want to draw a box plot. Remember, the box plot looks like that, and we have a line for our the lowest value, a line for our biggest value. So let's mark those on straight away. The youngest is 21, so 21 will be here. The biggest was 65, so let's mark that on as well over here. The other lines go for the lower quartile, the median, and the upper quartile. I'm going to find those from my graph. So the lower quartile is the quarter mark. The median is the halfway mark. The upper quartile is the 3/4 mark. So if there's 100 teachers, the lower quartile would be at 25. So let me mark that on. I'm going to go to 25, which is here. That's going to be my lower quartile, because that's 1/4 of 100. So let's go across from 25 to the male teacher line, like so, and then down, like so. So I reckon the lower quartile there is 33. The median is the halfway point, so that's 50, half of 100. So again, let's draw a line across from 50 to the male teacher's curve. Draw the line down, and I reckon that's 44. And then finally, the upper quartile is 3/4 of 100, which is 75. So that's about here. And we'll draw a line across from there. And I reckon that that is about 52. So we're going to mark each of those onto our box plot. So we've got 33. 33 is here, roughly. 44 is going to be here. And 52 is going to be here. Let's finish off this box plot now. We should have a box in the middle, just joining up the lower quartile and the upper quartile. And then you draw a line from the lowest value to that lower quartile and the upper quartile to the biggest value. And there we go. There is our box plot. We're then given the information for the female teachers, and we need to make 2 comparisons of the distributions. So the first comparison is going to be about the average age, and we find that by looking at the median, which remembers the middle value. We can see that the median age for the male teachers is 44. The median age for the female teachers is about 51.5. So the female teachers are older on average. So female teachers are older on average because So we have to say, because we have to justify why we're saying this, because they have a higher median. So that's one comparison. The second comparison is we need to talk about the spread. So how spread out they are, how consistent these results are. So the best way of doing that is to look at the interquartile range, which is the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. The interquartile range for the male teachers, remember this is 52 and that's 33. So if I do 52 take away 33, that's 19. So the interquartile range for the male teachers is 19. For the female teachers, I can see this is 42 here, and I can see that this is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So the interquartile range is 56 take away 42, which is 14. So I can see the interquartile range for the female teachers is lower than the male teachers. So that means the female teachers are less spread out. They are more consistent results. Basically, most of the female teachers are around about the same age group, whereas the male teachers, you have some very young, some very old. So to write that as a sentence, we say female teachers is the female teachers' ages are more consistent. You could use the word less spread there if you'd prefer. So I'll put in brackets less spread, because their interquartile range is smaller. And there we go.